Hey guys, it's Laura, and welcome to the Angel of the Week. This time I had to sit and marinate on who wanted to come through. And people often ask me, like, how come you're not like other channels where they just mainly work with one guide or archangel? And it's a short story, but on my Etsy shop, when I was first growing my business, people were like, can you connect with Raphael? Can you connect with Michael? Things of that nature. And then all of a sudden they started telling me, okay, make a listing. At one point in time, I had a listing for like six archangels at least, where they wanted me to practice channeling them or giving messages with the guardian angels and them. And so it kind of built up my energy and light. And the more I was able to channel them, the better I got. So that's why I'm able to connect with all these different types. Most of the times, there's people that they just connect with Archangel Metatron. That's the only one they channel, or Michael, or something, but they kind of pushed me to grow my skills. So if you go on my Etsy shop to get a reading or sign up for the Paint from Your Soul class or something like that, you'll see I don't have as many there. I just have like Michael, Raphael, Ariel, Shamuel, so there maybe there's like four or so, but yeah. So it's been a long process. So let's get down to business, guys. This is what you came for. Today we have Archangel Sandalphon. And, a lot of people use descriptions for them, but I always tell people connect with them on your own. Like I've had, like people know Archangel Michael does protection. He also helps with body, mind, and soul and you being assertive, stuff like that. Okay. But what they told me is you can tell people a description, but let them discover and grow with us. Like I've had where I worked with Archangel Gabriel, and Gabriel was protecting me, and the archangels will always call in the right people. So for some of these people, they have a favorite archangel that's the only one they work with. That's fine because that archangel will get all the help it needs to help that person. Okay. So you don't always have to hop around. Okay, Michael only for this, Gabriel only for that, this one only for, whatever. They will grow you in many different ways. And they will call in what they need. So they'll bring in Michael, they'll bring in whoever. So don't feel like you have to just, I'm only going to this one for that. So you have five different ones you're talking to. You know what I mean? They do have specialties, okay? But it's like you don't, if you have a favorite one, just go through that one. Okay. Anyway, that was a big side note there on working with angels and archangels, okay? And later this week, I'm going to be doing some art with like color with your guardian angel. Okay, so I'm going to do some actual art and drawing. And if you'd like to get like an intuitive art piece, again, I'm probably going to do a paint from your soul near the end of May. Okay, and it's going to be a 6 week thing where we'll meet up once a week and go through different things. We'll build up our archetypes and things of that nature. Okay, now Sandalfon said, let's call in the spirit teams. We're calling in all the angels and guides, and we're asking them to surround us in orange light. And I don't know everything about Sandalfon, but I believe his color is not orange or whatever. Um, but he said orange is about creativity and it's like stirring the pot, getting you going, getting your juices flowing, getting you to think outside the box. Okay. So we're bringing in that orange ray of light. And I always ask who wants to come through, who wants to volunteer, just if anyone's looking at this video and like, how is she getting them to come in and do this? I ask who wants to come forward and they tell me what they would like to do uh, for their, segment. Okay. So Sandalfon said he's talking to your guardian angels and asking them to put you in a rainbow light shield as well. And we're going to talk about victory, like a victory prayer he wants to do at the end. But he also, I was like, what do you want to say to the world? And I feel like this is something that everybody's concerned about is humanity, where we're going, the world. That's like a constant for people. So let's get Sandalfon's take on it. So I did automatic writing, and I'm just going to read what he wrote and things of that nature and whatever else he wants to talk about. Okay. He said he's putting like this orange light around the heart center because he said, I want to help with relationships and humanity opening up to each other again, like it used to be before the internet, that they are way more closed now and segregated. Okay. Now is the time to step into your divine nature and claim your sovereigns, your power and light within, your connection to all that is God, source universe. We, the archangels, think that humanity with technology can be a happy marriage in the future. But right now, humanity needs to understand each other better. Like, for example, this is something that I feel like this is something where he's telling us humanity is heading. All souls will be awakening. They will be on an awakening path, and everyone will be more intuitive to others, not just certain people or psychics. We will feel the emotions and energy of other people. This is the trajectory of humanity right now. When everyone is tapped into each other, we will see a decline in crime and war. However, humanity will have growing pains, and unfortunately, more destruction awaits before that happens. And now he's specifically talking to men, you know, men especially are being called to awaken. They are the main target of darkness. It will be a big struggle for them. But we, the archangels, so he's kind of talking about the everyone in general. Archangels see a future of cooperation where everyone is like they're one or like one person. The best way I could describe it is like a married couple over time, their energy starts to, it's like they get in regular, like they get, uh, it's like in harmony more. They start becoming like each other. They start sensing each other even more. That's kind of what he's talking about. And he said people unknowingly um, are using technology, and that is a part of the catalyst that's going to help people to become this way also. People are going to notice things they're tired of. They're they need to get back in their own space mentally, and so they may pull away or they may connect deeper. There's all these different things that can happen. It will be a big struggle, but we, the archangels, see a future of cooperation where everyone is one. If you cause another pain, it causes pain for you too. And this is just a little side note is that what I've noticed with whenever they've taken me up to the classrooms and had me learn different things about heaven and earth and that, which they're doing for a lot of people now. They're reaching out to everybody. Okay. What they've shown me is that in the earthly planes, everybody knows each other's emotions. Like somebody has to be really good about hiding their feelings, but you feel if someone's sad, they're happy, whatever. People, it's like you can't really, there's not a lie. it's hard to have a lie there. And so they want to bring that down to earth where people to remember each other because there's been many incarnations of earth, not just one time where the dinosaurs got wiped out. There's been a lot of times like how we hear, I don't know, for some of the religious people, the waters and the flooding, the Moses story, like that's happened multiple times when humanity just like they needed a reset. What So this is now Sandalfon's talking about what we can do. What we can do now is focus on what's real in life and connect to a soul family. Togetherness is not loneliness. This will go a long way in establishing what you need as a soul to grow. It's like he's saying we are never alone. It's like it's how the people talk about the matrix and all that. It's kind of like we are only seeing a portion of what's really going on around us, and we're seeing the 3D reality, but we have all these departed loved ones, teachers, guides, animals, whatever. Everything is within reach, and the soul is never completely alone. And he's saying it's up to you to connect with that. But also, the earth is an illusion. You came here to work on something. You didn't come here to just, um, get sucked into the daily grind of work, repeat, and all that, and the struggle for money and all those types of things. You came here to work on yourself in many different ways. And he said, I want to help you awaken that. So he said, go ahead and close your eyes, put your hand on your heart. I'm allowing my guardian angels with Sandalfon to help me to awaken to my life's mission right now. Where do I need to be? What part of the world do I need to be in? How can I best help myself and humanity? What did I come here to do? Like a lot of people think that our mission in life is to help each other and the animals and the planet. That is always a part of it for people. But then there's like, what did you come here to do? If you came here and all the parts of your life are not doing well, that's what your mission is right now. I've got to work on my relationships or my finances or whatever. You came here to experience human life, not to escape from it. Like that, there's people that this is just a little story now. They want and they're wanting me to talk about it. So Sandalfon is saying when they want that humanity is going to eventually we awake, connected with technology, and some people are have awakened and they're not living a human life anymore. They're sucked into spirit. So that could be people like me. We have a rough life. We start like I had an awakening when I had the birth of my son, and then it was like, whoa, there's departed people here. There's the good, bad, and the uglies here. Okay, so I started seeing all that. So a lot of people, when they have the awakening, this is what he wants to say. When people start awakening, don't lose yourself. You came here to be a human. Like there's a stamp in your energy that says be a human. Okay. So you need to work through. Like if you're lost in this, he said that if you're lost in the spirit world and you're not functioning anymore in the physical world, you miss the mark. You're not in your purpose. We come here to wake up to remember that our divine sovereignty. We come here to awaken. And then, okay, what do I come here to do? And he often said it's connected with what you did in previous lifetimes. So in every lifetime, if you cut yourself off from other people and you lost yourself in spirit or religion or whatever, then you know what you need to fix now. You need to have a human life. You need to be with other people. You need to work on what the issues are. Okay. Because he said he wants to help people with the like getting to the next level in their spiritual growth. But he doesn't want people when they are awakening to lose themselves in it. Like it's really cool to work and talk with angels, like, but I had a point where I kind of was like on another planet. I didn't want to be on Earth anymore, you know what I'm saying? After you discover all this wonderful stuff. It's like, why did I choose to come here? And then that's when I asked Sandalfon and my guardian angels, help me to work on my purpose, why I came here. Besides being a benefit to humanity, did I come here to work on relationships that are tough for me right now? Did I come here to work on illness? Like every lifetime, I keep getting a serious illness and I don't face my feelings and work through stuff. So you want to think about, as you listen to what I'm talking about, how does that apply to me? Like that's something that Sandalfon wants people to remember. You came here to be a human, to work on stuff, not to be in a world in a psychic realm all the time or in the astral all the time. You came here to work. What is your mission? Okay. What did you come here to work on besides, you know, connecting with spirit again? Okay. That's what he said. Um, Let me see. Okay, now here's the prayer. Now, this, I said, Sandalphon, did you want to tell a prayer, a new one, or did you want me to pull one from, this is a prayer. It's a victory prayer with Archangel Sandalphon to help you affirm a victorious mindset and outcome. Okay, so again, we're asking Sandalphon to come in to bring in that orange light shield to go into our cells, our bones, our blood, our DNA, our energetic biofield, our broadcasting system, whatever is going on for you that needs help. Okay, so I'm doing this prayer is from Joanne Brokis, and I really like her. She has a lot of good books, a lot of prayer stuff, connecting with angels. Okay, so here's the prayer. Okay, so you can close your eyes and just allow it in. And again, I always tell people if you want to pause it and kind of say what you want or how you would like help, that would be beneficial for you. Okay, Archangel Sandalphon, please bless my prayer of victory with God's radiant divine light. I allow the light to work with me in perfect co creation to help me achieve victory and success in. So, this is where you want to state the area you desire a victory for. Okay, so again, take your time. For my greatest good, I declare through the power of my own divine authority that I am already victorious. I now release any energetic interference within my consciousness that may sabotage my victory to the divine light to be completely dissolved and resolved. Thank you. Amen. It is done. And so we're just going to wrap this energy up with, again, he's saying rainbow light shield. And he said that he wants you to kind of get out a pen and paper and write out, okay, if you're like me, a very tapped in, tuned in, spirit's always talking to you, what, how am I involved in the spirit world? How much am I involved? And what's going on for me versus my actual physical world? Am I using it to escape? Am I using it to work on things? That's what he's saying he wants you to be aware of. And if you're somebody that's at the very beginning, I do work with people. I have coaching packages on my Etsy. We That could help people to open up more, develop the intuition more, and especially if there's any men that where they're like, I need to. Um, I have a lot of gifts, but I don't know how to use it or focus on it to make my life better. Okay. And with that, guys, I'll see you next week for the Angel of the Week. And take care.